everyone, so today what we will be doing is we will be attempting to solve this math problem given here. So this was taken from an Olympiad examination of 2024. So now let's try to solve that problem. The angle between the two equal squares PQR and STV having a common vertex S, right here, is 60 degrees. So we might need to remember that. So let's put that detail in here. So now they're asking us to find the magnitude of this angle, PRU. Okay, so as soon as you see it, it might be hard, but we're going through this together, so we might be able to do this. So you can think about this problem by pausing the video right now, or you can watch me solving and then you can understand the concept. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the imaginary line RV right here. So now when we have this, we get a triangle. And we know that these two sides are supposed to be equal because these two are two equal squares, which means the side lengths should be the same. So therefore, we can say that these two sides are equal. And because of that, for now, this is an isosceles triangle. And when we subtract 60 from 120, what we get, if we subtract a 60 from 180, what we get is 120. So we can divide that by 2, so we get both of these angles as 60, where that equation will be like this. And here, therefore, we have proof that when we divide the whole simplification, we get the final answer as 60 degrees. So like that, in this whole expression, we will get 60 degrees for SVR and SRV. Okay, so we know that our SV is also 60 degrees. So the only possibility to exist 60 angles is when the triangle is equilateral. And because of that, what we can say is that this side, the imaginary line we just created, RV, is also equal to all of these side lengths of the entire shape. So with that in our mind, now this problem might be a little simple. So what we obviously know that SVU is 90 degrees because it's an angle of a square. So it should be 90. So we can mark that right here. And now we know that the angle SVR is 60. So which means the total angle of RVU should be 150 degrees. So when we find that out, now what we can do is we can prove that this side is also equal to this side, because that's also a side length of a square. So which means this angle right here should be equal to this angle right here. And for that, what we are going to do is we are going to subtract 150 from 180. And then we're going to divide that value by 2. And when we simplify this complete thing, what we get at the end is 15. So which means both of those angles are 50 degrees. So what we know is that SRV is 60. And we know URV is 15. So we can subtract those two to get SRU. So like that, when we simplify that, what we will get is that SRU is 45 degrees. So since we know now URS is 45, we're still not done yet because we still need to find PRS. Then we can combine those two together to find PRU. But what is PRS? So apparently, what we can realize is that this angle is 90 degrees because it's an angle of the square and angles of squares are 90 degrees. So since these two are side lengths of a square, those two are definitely equal. And now what we can do is we can subtract 90 from 180, which is 90. And then we can divide that by 2 to get the angle SPR and SRP because those two are equal. Because, when there's an isosceles triangle, the two opposite sides corresponding to the equal sides are equal. So in that case, we can divide 90 by 2, where we get 45 for SRP as well. And we found out just like that this angle is 45 degrees. So now we know that this angle SRV is 45 and PRS is also 45. So we know that PRU is PRS plus SRU, or we can say URS. And when we combine those two together, we are getting the final angle that we want. So we can just add 45 and 45. And at the end, what we would get is 90 degrees. So then the final solution will be 90 degrees. And in case if you noticed, apparently I forgot to put the degree sign after some point. Sorry about that. But anyways, the answer is 90 degrees, so it means PRU is a right angle. And even when you look at the first glance, you can see it's kind of close to a 90-degree angle. However, just like that, we just proved that is actually 90 degrees as well. So hope you guys had fun solving my problem and you understood the knowledge about isosceles triangles. So make sure to subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. And make sure to keep your notifications on so you'll be updated with our newest videos. And I'll hope to see you in another video. Take care.